Oh, hello, and welcome to What We're Talking About, Jamie Jakes. I am him, and on multiple platforms. Not going to work well today because just as we were about to record, my spectrum, shout out to Dallas. Maybe there was a stray bullet somewhere that hit a fiber cable, just like happened in September. I am sitting here with fellow insider James, and it feels like we're all the way back, even though we are clearly not. How are you doing, buddy? Thank you for joining us. And you've been making us a lot of money lately. A 3-week winning streak. Thank you for carrying the podcast. I've been doing fine, to be fair to me, but you've been doing exceptionally well. So what do you attribute this hot streak to, James? I started out 5-0 in our matchup. Now you are 3-0 since then.
It was very easy. I just sold my soul to the devil in exchange for winning picks. And so,
wow.
Long term might not work out for me well, but short term, working out for America.
Bold move. See how it works out for you, Mr. James. As everybody knows who is a longtime viewer of the podcast, every single week, James presents us a slate of games. We go head-to-head in that slate of games. I have a force bet in that game. At the end of the year, based on our matchup, whoever has the most wins per week gets the hammer of truth and justice. And guess who's holding it? This guy right here. I thought this year was going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy beating you this year, James. Has not been the case these last 3 weeks. Got me shaking in our boots. And we've got a short slate today. But first, let's go over your recap. James, you hit Dolphins at plus 310. You hit Jets at plus 260. 2 money line big time payoff bets. So you got to be feeling good about that. And yeah, shout out to Aaron Glenn getting his first win of the season. I agreed technically, although I took the spread big plus point and taking big plus money. And you know what? Who's going to do taking these big spreads? Are you going to stick with this week? Are you going to reveal your picks going forward, or are you just going to start betting spreads now that you've gotten a couple big money line hits?
No, I mean, I'm what is that now? 2 for 3 on plus 300 bets this season. I mean, I think, at the end of the day, these are professional football teams. I feel like the odd makers continue to forget these guys play football for a living, and plus 300, plus 250, those kind of areas are wild to me. Even if, it is the Jets, I still can't. I just, if those are the lines that are out there, you have to take them.
And you didn't like this week's slate, and we are going to start. This will be a good segue. The last game I want to recap is the Ravens game. I took the over because I thought Lamar Jackson was supposed to be playing. I thought I missed something because I recorded on Friday night, so I should have had all the information that I needed to make an assessment. And then Lamar Jackson out of nowhere, not playing football. Some people call him soft. A lot of people calling him soft because a lot of podcasters were expecting him to play 2 weeks ago before their bye week. Came out of the bye week, got pretty stoned, ordered some, what was it, like some Mexican food from a food truck in Baltimore.
But it looked delicious.
It looked great, whatever it was. And I bet based on the elevation Lamar Jackson seemed to be on while he was being recorded by his compatriot over there in Baltimore, I bet you it was delicious to him as well. So I think we'll have Lamar Jackson back for Thursday night, which is our first game of the slate. Thursday night football, Ravens at the Dolphins. The Dolphins are 7.5 point favorites. The over-under is set to 51.5 points. This will be a warm night in Miami, but no rain, no wind, which will be good for Tua Tagovailoa. And Lamar should be back for this one. We think James maybe doesn't think that. What do you got on this one, James?
I'm hoping not. When you look at these teams statistically, what shocked me is just how bad the Ravens are this season. It is tough to see them in the bottom 6 teams in terms of power rankings. And that's, I think a lot of that has to do with injury, but you got to play what you got to play with. And right now, I don't even know who the Ravens have in the secondary. They are loosely hanging on by a thread and a half, maybe, is what I will say. Not good for them. You know what is another interesting fact about this? The best part of the Dolphins' offense this year, outside of their receivers making some great catches, has been their run game. The run game is honestly probably the best part of their offense. Guess what the worst part of the Baltimore defense has been this year?
Their whole defense, all of it, and their run game.
Especially the run game. The run game has been the worst part of their defense.
Last place in everything, James.
Many, many a time. If you can't run the ball and you can't stop the run, you can't win football games. And for that reason, I am coming out here with another plus 300 bet, America. The Dolphins at plus 320.
Going back to the plus 300 Dolphins. Well, I don't mind it, although I have to admit, Ravens still like odds on favorite or like second place odds on favorite to win the division. So the sports books know something that we don't. And you know what they know? Baltimore Ravens are good for TV ratings, which is the only thing keeping me off of the the Dolphins at plus 7.5, because I think the referees are probably going to cheat here in front of all of our eyeballs on Thursday night to keep this game well within the Baltimore Ravens' grasp, trying to keep them in the hunt, just like the referees did for the Lions against the Lions, and then for the Lions with the Chiefs, and then the Buccaneers. Got to favor the high money, high viewership teams, so they favored the Kansas City Chiefs because they're running out of room to win football games, and then they had to get the Lions back against the Buccaneers, who for some reason, even though they have a good football team, nobody seems to care about them. Seems like we're bigger fans sitting in Dallas of Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers than actual people who live in Tampa Bay. But that's besides the point. What's good for ratings? Points. What are we going to get in this game? Points. Is the over-under less than 56 points? No or yes, whatever. It's 51.5. You get it. We're alive. Give me the over. Worst defense in the league. Dolphins are going to be able to score enough. Lamar Jackson will be back. Dolphins have a shite defense as well. It has to be 56 points or more to get me off of a Ravens over with Lamar Jackson in. It almost cashed for me last week with the Bears. Even with the Bears had a shite offense all game. I think they scored like 16 points. It still almost went over, even without Lamar Jackson. It did go over if you got that over after Lamar Jackson was announced out, but whatever. Underdog dogs are barking. But you know what the real dogs are saying? Over. Yep, you heard it. You heard it here first. Over 51.5 points on the Ravens and Dolphins game. Moving on to the Broncos at Houston Texans. The Texans are 1.5 or 2 point favorites at home. The over set of 39.5 or 40.5 points. What do you got on this one, James? Obviously in a dome, perfect weather.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty simple. Don't really have to dive into it too much. I think these teams are relatively even. Do I think Houston has a home field advantage? No. Give me the Broncos at plus 105.
Okay, a plus money bet there for the Broncos. The Texans, because they have a terrible head coach, are 0-4 in one-score games. Broncos are unlucky compared to the Houston Texans, their most penalized team in the NFL, and they have a -1 turnover differential, which is greatly luck associated. Texans are +4 in turnover differential and about average, 14th ranked in the NFL in penalties. What do you got to do to win games, James? You got to run the ball, and you got to stop the damn run, just like you said for our Thursday night game on this slate. Texans run D ranks 22nd in the NFL, going up against the Broncos' 7th best run offense in the NFL based off of my personal metrics and statistics. Texans run offense is ranked 18th, going up against the Broncos' 7th best. So Broncos have 7th best run offense, 7th best run defense. Texans shite in the run game. CJ Stroud isn't going to be able to put a cape on and put the team on his back though for this one. He hasn't all season. He hasn't since his rookie season. So let's be honest about that. CJ Stroud's not that good, not going to be able to play hero ball. So I agree with you, but I am going to take Broncos at +2 points on the road. Short slate this week, James, which I love. You know me, I'm a big short slate guy. I'm a small slate guy because I can use all of my time to dig in to these numbers. So I hope we have another really, really good week for y'all this week. Chiefs and Bills. This is America's Game of the Week here on Sunday at 3:30. This is also our podcast live watch party alternate commentary of the week. It's a brisk weather game over there in Buffalo. Buffalo are underdogs at home by 1.5 or 2.5 points. The over is at the 52 or 52.5. James, what do you got on this one?
Well, I tried to come up with anything statistical where I could find an edge for either of these teams. I don't feel like there's much, if any. But I do know one thing. These teams hate each other, and these teams want to beat each other. So I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills at home at plus 115, and I hope that crowd finds a way to make some snowballs and throw it in there. I know it's not going to be snowing, but bring it from home, pack it in an ice chest, throw it at Mahomes when he's in the end zone. Do whatever you got to do to win this game. I think the Bills can pull this off, plus 115.
That's what the way I was leaning, James, because these teams on paper are pretty even, and Bills are the home field team. Of course, TV ratings, Chiefs dominate in TV ratings, so I didn't want to bet against that on a game of the week because I know the refs are going to cheat again in favor of the Chiefs potentially, even though they're still well within the playoff hunt. So I didn't want to bet that way. So then I dug a little bit deeper. I said average points per game this season, 26 points. Bills per game this points this season. Quick maths, that is 56.4 points if you combine those two. And the over-under is set to 52 points in a good weather game in Buffalo. What's good for TV ratings is points, obviously above the Chiefs winning. So that's good news for me. But what do you got to do to score a lot of points? You got to be able to run the damn ball, and you got to be able to not stop the damn run. If you're looking at it that way, I've got great news for you. Both of these teams are excellent, top 10 in the NFL at running the ball, and neither of these teams can stop the damn run, especially the Bills. I get it. Isaiah Pacheco's probably going to be out for this game. Don't care. Kareem Hunt and Brashard Smith, their rookie over there, should be fine. It's not like Isaiah Pacheco's that much better than Kareem Hunt anyway. Kareem Hunt's been good already this season, and I expect a lot of football points to be scored in this one for TV rating purposes. So for that reason, I'm going to take another over 52 points for the Chiefs and the Bills game. Moving on to our last game, right, James?
Last one.
Only 4 on this slate. Seahawks at the Commanders. Sunday night. Did I freeze? Okay.
Sunday night.
Sunday! Shout out to my Wi-Fi. Shout out to Spectrum. This is brought to you by Spectrum, by the way. The Commanders are 3 or 3.5 point underdog at home. Over-under is set to 46.5 or 47.5, depending on where you get that line. Shop your lines, like we always say. Another brisk weather game for Commanders in the sea. Is Jaden Daniels playing in this game? I don't know. But Marcus Mariota is pretty good, even though he played like shite. James, what do you got on Seahawks and Commanders?
I got to say, I got to stop having the teams that I bet on have somebody throw a pass that hits off somebody's face mask and gets intercepted on the first drive. Twice in one weekend is brutal. If you don't know,
isn't that awesome that gets on the quarterback's interception tally? That counts as an interception for the quarterback who threw that pass off of the hands of Travis Kelce, off of the hands of who else was it that volleyed a pass up into the sky last week and caused Deebo Samuel caused interception on the screen play to the left, correct? Yeah, that was crazy, and that's crazy that gets categorized as an.
But we gotta have it be like an error in baseball. It's on the wide receiver. But I will say looking at these teams, the Seahawks are highly rated in every single category. I mean, they are blowing out the Commanders. But you look at who the Seahawks have played, and outside of maybe one, maybe even two teams, it's not a very impressive schedule. They beat up on some crap teams, and that'll definitely boost you up in the ratings. I think that is playing into this line. And so I, James, the underdog god, am picking another underdog with the Commanders at plus 145.
Wowzers. And I'm sure I'm frozen right now on the live feed. James taking another underdog play from what I surmised from what you were saying.
Yes.
Hopefully I can get this one out. The Seahawks Seahawks have one of the worst run offenses in the league. So their offense entirely depends on the pass game. So all they have to do to stop the Seahawks is stop their pass game, which has been pretty darn good with JSN and the boys so far this season. In fact, they rank 7th in the league in passing offense. So can the Commanders stop that? That's all that matters in the game. Answer, no. Terrible. 26th ranked pass defense in the NFL. This is Seahawks known for their home. This is a road game, of course. So how does their defense play on the road? Surprisingly, they actually rank better on compared to their rookie at home. In their home, their defense comparatively so better on the road. They're the 6th best road defense in the NFL this season. So that's gonna be a disagreement for us two on Sunday night. I'm gonna take the Seahawks and I'm gonna lay 3 points. Shop your lines. And James, you've been hot, so I'm gonna stop demanding that our audience only follow me because I am the holder of the hammer and truth and justice, as everybody knows. With that being said, I still riding with me, but I'm not going to forbid you from leaving my side and betting with James. Bet with James on risk. With that being said, our week is hot.
For one,
the only thing that we agreed on was the Broncos, right?
okay. Zip Broncos.
So our official bet of the week will be the Broncos over the Texans. Don't watch this one. 39.5 point total, but do bet the Broncos at plus 2 points. And I will allow you to bump that unit up to 1.5 units.
Whoa.
I forbid you. Our best bet of the week was ice cold. We were both red hot. The only thing, if we agreed on something, it was ice cold in the first 5 weeks of the season. Red hot right now. We're back on pace, probably because you're back. Let's be honest, James. You're red hot right now. We're going to take Broncos at plus 2 points. Best bet of the week. I'm looking forward to it. These small slates, James, I pretty well on. And we are going to make our viewers a lot of money, just like Mr. Aiden Hutchinson a lot of money today as we record. So how do you like that?
Who doesn't love making money? Let's be honest.
I love making money, James. And we get our audience money, and I think we just did that just now. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Please shop your lines. And if you're following us for the first time, all we ask is give us a 3-week sample size, and you'll be like, wow, these guys really know what they're talking about. I'm going to follow them for the rest of my life and make a lot of money off of them. So for that, thank you guys for watching, and you're welcome. Good night.